Welcome back to the smartest year ever, our quest to become the world's greatest conversationalists. My name is Gordy, and all this week we have been talking weird animals. It's Weird Animals Week. One bizarre species a day, and today we're ending with a shocking fact. That animal in question, the electric eel. That's why I said shocking. That was funny, right? All right, now like and subscribe right now if you haven't, so you can keep up every single day. I do this every single day. First, let's clear up a common misconception. Electric eels aren't actually eels. Did you know that? They're knife fish. They're more closely related to catfish and carp than true eels, but they've earned the name because of their long, slimy, serpent-like body. And obviously, the electric part is the fact that they can unleash electricity like a biological stun gun. Can you imagine? I just try to imagine this. The first person that ever discovered an electric eel just be like, I don't just mean like a little buzz either. Some species of electric eel, especially electrophorus volti, can deliver shocks up to 860 volts. I saw 600 volts a lot too while researching that, but that seems to be for the other common species, Electrophorus electricus. Cool name. But either way, that's the highest voltage ever recorded in an animal. For comparison, a standard US wall outlet delivers 120 volts. So how do they do it, you may ask? Well, electric eels have 3 different pairs of electrical organs that take up over 80% of their body. These organs contain thousands of specialized cells called electrocytes, which are modified muscle cells that act like tiny batteries. When the eel wants to zap something, it sends a signal that opens ion channels, causing the cells to fire in unison, and the result is a massive electrical pulse. And this is cool too. They can actually jump out of the water to deliver shocks directly to threats. A study by Dr. Kenneth Catania in 2016, in 2016 showed that electric eels will launch themselves upward and then press against a larger threat, like a human hand, like holding a metal probe or something, and deliver a more concentrated shock above the water line. Like, they slap themselves on you. But here's I think it's important to say is that just because they can produce up to 860 volts, that doesn't mean that they're deadly to humans. But why not, right? Because that's enough. Like if I stuck my finger in a wall outlet that was 120 volts, I would probably get got, or at least it would be very bad. So why is this 180 or is 860 volts from this electric eel? Why wouldn't that kill me? Well, the answer is because voltage isn't everything. What really matters is current, the flow of electricity measured in amperes. That's current, So it takes around 0.1 to 0.2 amps across the chest to stop a human heart. And eels typically produce low current, and because the electricity is dispersed through water, the intensity drops off very quickly unless you're right up close. Most electric eels, their shocks are brief, just enough to cause disorientation, muscle spasms, or temporarily paralyze a person, temporary paralysis. And there have been rare fatal incidents, but they're usually indirect deaths caused by drowning. Someone falls in, gets shocked, becomes disoriented, and can't swim. Multiple shocks in a row could also increase the risk, like if you get, it's stuck in your pants and your swim shorts, like, like that. That's going to restart your old computer, so to speak.
Login accepted.
But yeah, still, they're dangerous, though, especially to small animals or humans in the wrong situation. One German naturalist, Alexander von Humboldt, even wrote about eels defending themselves so ferociously that they stunned horses wading through the water. Horses are big. If you've never seen a horse before, you should Google it. But these eels, they don't just use this for defense. They also use it for navigation, hunting, communication, and even mapping their environment. In the pitch black, murky rivers of South America, electric eels rely on low voltage pulses, kind of like sonar almost, to like locate prey and scan their surroundings. When they find a tasty target, they ramp up the voltage and blast it. But they're not just like zapping randomly around, like zippity zap doodah. Recent studies show that electric eels use multi-pulse attacks. They'll hit a fish with a quick double tap to make its muscles twitch involuntarily. That movement gives away its exact location. And so then they'll fire off a high voltage volley to stun or kill it, often curling their body around the prey to concentrate the electric field like a cattle prod in a chokehold. Even crazier, some eels hunt in packs. Packs. I feel like they should be called it should be like a charge of electric eels, right? I don't know, a battery of electric eels. But I looked that up, and apparently it's a bed or a swarm of eels. But I also think that whole like collective animal name thing is kind of BS. So much so that in fact I will kick off Word Week next week, tomorrow, learning about that. So if you're interested in that, make sure you subscribe and tune in tomorrow for Word Week. But in 2019, scientists observed electric eels in the Amazon working together to herd schools of small fish into a ball and then simultaneously unleashing a group shock attack. This is incredibly rare among predatory fish and previously unheard of in electric eels. And it's like, it's synchronized swimming for electrocuting things. But yeah, humans have tried to harness this. Scientists have been studying the electric eel's organs as a potential model for biological batteries, like energy storage systems that could one day power medical implants, flexible electronics, underwater sensors, things like that. I saw that in 2012, the Tennessee Aquarium even hooked up an eel's tank to sensors that would light up a Christmas tree every time it discharged electricity. It was pretty dumb, but wonderful. I mean, it's an aquarium's Christmas tree, right? That's a great idea. And electric eels, they're mostly found in the Amazon and the Orinoco basins, and they breathe air, which is interesting. So they have to surface every 10 minutes or so. And they can grow to over 8 feet long and weigh more than 40 pounds. Yeah, you really don't want one of these wrapped around your leg. You don't. But so there you have it. The electric eel isn't an eel, but it is a biological taser. It can map its environment with electricity, take down prey with precise multi-stage shocks, and even collaborate to hunt in packs. It is one of nature's most bizarre weapons. Just so interesting. Doesn't almost seem real. And it's one of the few animals that can take you down without using teeth, claws, or venom. So yeah, and with that, Weird Animal Week comes to a close. We've covered vampire bats, vampire fish, aka candiru, that might invade your urethra, dolphins that sleep with half their brain, shark babies that eat their siblings, armadillos that clone themselves, my jungle run-in with a howler monkey, and now this shocking finale. Let me know if you enjoyed this themed week and these themed weeks I've been doing. I'm trying out themed weeks to help see if it helps the algorithm find a more consistent audience. So I know you're out there. I'm just trying to find you. So let me know which ones were your favorites. Let me know some other weird animal facts, and I'll do this again in another week, and this is really fun. But yeah, I got Word Week coming up. So if you like weird word origins, I'm going to start with a transitionary one tomorrow that combines words and animals. So it'll be cool. So make sure you tune in again tomorrow. Go check out the smart one, the short one, at Smartest Year Ever on all social media platforms. Go check out my sources, which are in the YouTube description as always. And in the meantime, stay curious and stay clever on our quest to become the world's greatest conversationalist. I will see you tomorrow in the Smartest Year Ever.